I want to say something with regards to my situation with this whole marriage deal. At the beginning of this, because I have a head injury, when I confessed that there were some things that I did not remember, it wasn't very many things that I didn't remember. And so I asked these guys, because I knew it was documented, to give me the person that I thought was my husband. And I told them that James O'Keefe looked like him and asked them to confirm it with my records, which it's documented in my records through the California juvenile courts as to who actually I am married to. Well, you've got a group of people. First of all, CPS from the state of Michigan and Judge Dobrich said that I was correct in saying that that's who my husband was. Well, if it was wrong, I would have assumed that they would have told me. On top of that, we've got a situation where James O'Keefe himself never actually denied it, at least not where I could hear it from. So I have an issue where that's concerned when I say that should be embarrassed because he participated in the situation. And what I say by that is by failing to even say anything when I kept publicly saying things about it. So that's him. And he should be embarrassed because I genuinely and sincerely went to CPS in order to ask them the information. It wasn't like I was trying to say, hey, I demand he be blah, 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 blah. But when they tried to force Ronald Lee on me, I made it an issue because I was not married to Ronald. So for that reason, they had no authority to force Ronald on me in a relationship. They should be ashamed of themselves for that. Everybody involved should. They should be embarrassed, all of them, including James O'Keefe and Project Veritas, for not at least coming and saying something to me if it had not been true. So I wanted to make that point because it was confirmed by the judge, Dobrich, that that's who my husband is. If it's wrong, that's Dobrich's fault, CPS's fault, Department of Defense's fault, Social Security's fault, James O'Keefe's fault, and Project Veritas's fault. And all of them should be embarrassed and ashamed because I have a real head injury that was documented in court, which included 2 strokes, multiple seizures, on top of the fact the night that my head was re-injured, I lost my breath and died 7 times in my sleep, according to their own records they produced and gave to me. So, I'm not the one that needs to be embarrassed. The system needs to be embarrassed. Because if they use this as an opportunity to mess with me, that's on them. And there should be a consequence for that type of behavior. It's against my civil rights for these guys to use something like that as a way to pick with me as a disabled person. I am very, very good at what I remember and don't have a huge problem with memory. There's things from when I was a child. They're big things to some people, and they're important. But they're things from when I was a child that I have problems with, which is actually quite normal for somebody my age, especially considering I have the head injury I have. Most of the things that happened in my life, I remember, and I remember correctly, just so we're all on the same page. With God's love, God bless America. Have a blessed day.